Champions League playoff draw is official. As Rangers will be getting 20 RFC Salzburg. And I think that is the first real positive that Rangers can take this season. But as it's alive, it probably not won't kick into being alive until right across that red line. Hold the line. Now. Hearts got a playoff as well. Need to make a wee cheeky fit about that. Looks like it's going to be tears here. Come on. Right, so the line has been drawn. So yeah, Rangers. I think the fact that they've got FC20, or we call it Team Salzburg, I think that's as good as a draw as Rangers could have hoped for. I think it's one of the few positives that we've had this season. But the problem is you've got to get past Dynamo Kiev. Now we've also got predictions to get through in this video. I'm not going to make a separate video for predictions for the Champions League and Europa League, but as you can see, it's got my league predictions written on it. Sadly, that's depressing, but yeah, I'm not a tool. And then yeah, it's got my cup predictions at the bottom, but we'll read them out when a few more people get in. And then I'll put that in a box, not to be opened until May, as I did last year. Last year was looking so good until Rangers bottled it. I had like last 16 of the Europa League, win the Premier Sports Cup, lose the Scottish Cup, but win the league. It was looking so good about March, and then downtown, right? But yeah, I mean, let's talk more about the draw, I guess. So obviously, if we beat Kiev, since there's more people joining, we've got Salzburg or 20. I mean, let's call a spade, right? Rangers or Kiev against Salzburg or FC20. That sounds like a Europa League playoff, and I'm not saying that to bury us even more. I'm talking about it's more a dig at our opposition. Dynamo Kiev, they're just not as good as they once were. Salzburg, they're a pretty average European team. And 20, I think the fact that Proper's won pretty much nothing in his career tells you all you need to know there. And how much of a sick twist of fate, Matt Hardy, would it be if Rangers got Sam Lammers in the playoff round? Um, in the playoff round of the Champions League, and he knocked us out. How sickening would that be? Rangers fan, I can't believe how pish we played on Saturday. I agree. By the way, this is probably going to be about a 20-minute live because I've got to go over and cover all the draws on Fog Football because Hearts and all got their draw. I swear this honestly, says Caden. Hearts will give Celtic a tougher game than Rangers. There you go. I mean, looking at it so far, after that first game, Hearts were better. Didn't win though. But yeah, probably can tell I'm about half deed. Anyway, I have a feeling we are going to lose to Kiev. Yeah, I think that's the sad thing. I think we've actually got the hardest team in the third qualifying round than compared to the playoff round. But imagine if Sam Lammers knocked us out, man. How sickening that really would be. But hopefully we get a striker. Joe Biden's handler. Joe Biden's better up front than Cyril Dessers. Fucking is. How's Hugh Dallas still a referee in Scottish football? I don't know. There's a lot of referees I'd be questioning. Right, anyway, this is my predictions. You like that one? Joe Biden's handler. He fucking is better than Dessers. Is decrepit and, much he doesn't know where he is. Dessers knows where he is 99% of the time. His position is pretty great, but he just can't fucking do anything about it. Right, Premier Sports Cup. This is going to sound brilliant for non-Rangers supporters, but I've put us to lose in the semi-finals. Clement said we're not going to be ready until like December, November. Even though the semis will be around that time, I think we'll lose in the semi-finals of the Premier Sports Cup. Shocker. Dessers just hits the ball straight at the keeper. Yep. Tell you what, I have more faith. See when I see Joe Biden running up Air Force One, and he's falling down every step. Still looks a better complete striker than Cyril Dessers. John, Swear we're getting worse every year. The board's answer: give an unproven manager contract extension. I can't believe this shit. Yeah, I actually fucking do not understand the Clement thing. Really don't understand it. Honestly, it makes no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. Like, why? Like, it seems like it's literally just to pay him more money when we eventually sack him. I don't know why they've agreed to it, but anyway, right. So yeah, that's Premier Sports Cup predictions, troops. We're going to lose in the semi-finals. As for the Champions League, it's probably not what people want to hear. I said we would lose in the third qualifying round versus Dynamo Kiev. Now, obviously, for the sake of this video, it's a bit more about the draw. I think if we beat Kiev, I mean, I say it'd be looking good, but Salzburg at 20, I'd bet them to beat. But see, this is why the board has failed us, right? You've got players like Tierney and Proper, who I think will be starters this season once they're, fully up to speed. And it's like, we need them now. We don't need them in 2 months' time because we need this Champions League money. And it's just an absolute fucking mess. They've let us down yet again. Kendall, Stevie, how good were Celtic yesterday? Marvelous, well, marvelous for you. No, I mean, it was to be expected. Predicted they'd win 3-1. They won 4-0. But can't fucking be. I'm not surprised. I went to Blackpool instead of watching the game on Saturday. Good choice, Rangers fan. The Big Dipper. Blackpool. The Big Dipper. A lot of crazy stuff going down on Saturday. Right, here we go. Not cheer up. I'll cheer up in a minute. The staple things right now, you need to cauterise the wind, if you will. You need a lot of wingers with pace and a striker. I think some would somewhat be more stead for Rangers then. Yeah, I need a striker, but we're not going to do it. Need a couple of wingers, right? I think it is the end of the world if we crash out of the Champions League because we need the money to sign players. And I think if we do not go through in the Champions League, we will not. I think we won't even sign another player because all this talk about Cantwell, all this talk about Hadji, Dessers leaving to pack, which is kind of just dried up. Players who, Roy McCrory played against Celtic yesterday, and now Kelly are bottom of the league. Yeah, they're bottom of the league, but you know what, right? If we played Celtic yesterday with Jack Butland in nets, we'd be bottom of the league because we'd have lost by 3 or more to solidify your bottom spot. 46, let's say 46,000, no, 46 people watching. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, McCrory, I thought he could have done better for the first goal, to be honest. What do you think was the voice break? What do you think was the reasoning on the manager extension on the contract? Mental, if you ask me, because it gets the boot. It's going to cost them money. They don't have to. Yeah, I don't get it. Because the board have to look at it and be like, right, look at the past couple of seasons here. We've sacked managers quite early. And that might happen this season because we're worse than those 2 seasons. But you know what? Instead of being cautious, we'll nail them down. Because, we can sit here and say the board will back him and whatever, right? It doesn't matter what the board will do to Clement because we know come October, come November, if we are like double points behind, getting scudded in like Europa or I mean, maybe not the Champions League. I think you'd accept getting scudded in the Champions League as shit as that sounds. But if you're getting scudded in most games, right, drawing at Hampden, soul destroying or whatever, it's just a fucking mess. I just don't see how he survives it. The board. You have a project and you're slowing things. It's Gerrard over again, basically, for you. I had a lot more faith with Gerrard. What happened with Hannibal? You tell me. That looked like it was going to happen. And it didn't happen. Pish would be the correct terminology there. Don't really understand what happened. You could argue what happened to a lot of players we were linked with. I'm seeing rumours last night of Albi and Romani and more stuff. 6 million, 8 million here, and other Ramadani. Is it ever going to happen? Sacking Gio was dumb. Employing Beale and his transfers in and out. Well, shocking they were. Your fans being kept up to date with the Ibrox fiasco. I don't think we are being kept up to date with that, because that's fucking, it might, we'll be back in for October. Just don't know what year October, brother. It could be 2025 October. Feel the pain, bottom manager, new contract. Great, you're skint. Phil, take a few quid when you sack him. Mix obsessed. I seen Gio won the Turkish Cup yesterday. He did. If I was a season ticket holder, I'd be livid. We're in trouble with this board. Tavernier's a leech. See if he had any integrity. He'd agreed to follow his contract, become a free agent, or take a pay cut. Yep, I agree. And that's the signs of a true captain. He's done. I think he's going to walk, as the job was bigger than he thought, so that's why they gave him an extension. Maybe. Well, no, let's just call a spade, right? Would Rangers truly be worse off if Clement walked before the season began? I don't think we would be. I honestly think, we've seen it in the past with Beale and Clement. A new manager bounce works. And that's not me saying get rid of Clement, but I think if we walked before the season began, we could be sitting here with 3 points just based off the generic L manager bounce. You should have gave good time. You're sinking. We're going down. I agree, but that's what the board thinks. Yeah, I know that's what you mean, but I think a lot of people will be losing faith with Clement. I'm losing faith. I think he talks in riddles. People call him Voldemort. I think Baldy Beale even. Was it Voldemort? Fucking both suit me. I don't know. I'm losing faith with the guy. I'll be truthful. He doesn't care for Rangers, and you're allowed to walk at your club. Other players have followed suit. Rangers, give Steve the job. You'd do a good job. I would. Here, I don't know what goes on, right, at half time when you put a performance in like that Hearts game, right? But I wouldn't be letting them fucking leave the dressing room. But see, well, I mean, I'd have to let them leave the dressing room to get back on the second half, but you get where I'm coming from. There's been a rumour for Ramat yet 100 years, we need a new number 9. I agree. Right, Ross Dixon. Let's get you tell here. So, how negative are you all? Get a grip. You're just giving them ammunition. No, it's not me or anyone in the comment section giving anyone any fucking ammunition. It's this Rangers board, player, and manager. And obviously the managers have changed over the years, so let's just go with the board and players. All right. They're the ones giving Celtic ammunition, because if we were fucking good, we wouldn't be negative. How can you sit here and be positive? It's not my fault Celtic fans find this amusing, because you know what? See, if they were in the exact same situation, I'd be fucking lapping it up. I'd be making fids every day, burying them, twisting the fucking knife. So they're well within their rights to bury us, what we're doing. You know what I mean? So don't go and fucking blame me or any other fan that thinks this is a shit show, because it is a fucking shit show. You know, come on. It's fucking ridiculous to claim that it's anyone of the support who doesn't think this is good enough. What are we supposed to do? Pretend this is brilliant? I mean, if you're no happy, change your support. Who the fuck is happy? Name me a Rangers fan that's happy apart from you, Ross. I think you're the one that needs to change your support, because if you're happy with this, then I don't think you fucking I don't know what planet you're on. Honestly, the only people handing out bullets is the Rangers board and the players, because they're fucking shite. It's not me. Am I honestly supposed to sit here and be like, this is brilliant, Clement said we wouldn't be ready until October, so it's all right if we drop points in every game. Doesn't matter if we're 25 points behind by time Ibrox is ready in 2026, even though it would be a new league by then. No, I don't fucking buy comments like that. Well, last time I make a comment, well, fucking hopefully it's the last time you make a comment, Ross, because you're talking utter fucking shite. Anyway, rant over. Exactly, Joe Biden. It's funny when Joe Biden's handler talks more sense than the president of the free world, Joe Biden. Anyway, right. Good on you, Stevie. Take off the blue glasses. It's not even to do with blue glass. Even if you've got blue tinted specs on, right, you can clearly see that Rangers are in a fucking mess right now. And to pretend it's not, and there's fans out there, right, on YouTube that've got more swing than me. There's people that do podcasts. There's multiple people, right, and they won't call it out. They'll predict us to win the league, and then when we draw 0-0 against Hearts, like, well, that's what I told you. It's not what you told us. You actually predicted Rangers to win the league because you're fucking delusional. I mean, you're claiming this Rangers team's a mess and that we don't have centre backs, but yet you're pretending to win. You're predicting us to win the league. You're just fucking straight up lying to your fan base. How can you turn around and say that, well, drawing against Hearts and playing shite and Dundee's get better wingers than us, and then you actually predict us to win the league? If Dundee and United, both Dundee clubs, have better players than Rangers, and Hearts could arguably have more players in a combined 11 than Rangers, how can you predict us to beat Celtic to the league title? It's delusional. That's what it is. You fucking can't sit there and do it. Anyway. Hey Stevie, does Big Desi does Dessers need to cut down on the desserts? I don't know. If Dessers overweight, he probably could be. Yeah, that's Stephen. That's who I was referring to there, because I just don't see how you can do that. I don't see how you can call it. Like, see CJ Novo, I think he calls out most of the problems at Rangers, right? I'm not going to lie and say he doesn't. How can you call the problems out, identify said problems, and then still predict Rangers to win the league, and then claim if you don't do that, you're not a fan? Like, what's the point of being here if you don't think you're not going to predict Rangers to win the league? Which is just supposed to lie. Now, yeah, it's the shittest pre-season we can remember. I mean, some people are comparing this to 2012. We didn't even have a license. Like 24 hours for the League Two campaign began, and some people think we're going to win the league. Come on, what are we doing here? We're fucking racing our ping pong. I just don't get it. You have been comfortably second best for nearly 2 decades now, right, Paddy? Reel it in. I don't really know what the fuss is all about. No progress, Paddy. No progress. Rangers are regressing fast, Paddy. It's shite. Thanks for being honest. Sinking ship, wee guy. Yeah, 98 people watching. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, we need to get back into the predictions. I had to go on a rant there. And it's good to see most of the people in the chat agreeing, because most of the comments on the channel agree. It's just the odd fucking comment. Stop making fids. You're giving them ammunition. I'll never retire. Ric Flair style. 16-time world champion. Talking of 16, I predicted Rangers to get to the last 16 in the Europa League. Is what it is. All right. As I say, we're not going to get into the Champions League. That's my prediction. You want to cry about it? Oh, sorry. Scottish Cup win. I think we'll win the Scottish Cup, because we need to win something to mask over the stench of shite that this season's going to be. So there you go. That's my predictions, everybody. Aye, I know I said last 16 in the Europa League. I don't even know what it is anymore. Is it the knockout stage of the champ? I don't know. Whatever. Get past the league stage. CJ's being optimistic, so people care. So people like Ross stay subscribed. Stevie don't care about Ross's feelings. I think Joe Biden's handler hit it on the head again. Woo! Espanyol have done well since they're other clubs fans don't come out thinking they win the league, but they're still fans. Yeah, I don't get the logic of that, right? Because surely by the same logic, well, why are you saying that Rangers won't come out and win whatever European competition they're in every year? You know, you can spin it whatever way you want. It's pathetic. It's just the reality, you know. You know, if Rangers had a strong transfer window, right, and the pre-season was promising, and it clearly looked like what Clement wanted to do in the summer had worked, and someone wanted to protect Rangers, by all means, go ahead. All right, but it looks like we've signed a bunch of jobbers. No offense to all the jobbers that we've signed, prove me wrong, as Chris Benoit used to say. But I can't see it. I honestly can't see it. You know. And like when the own manager, I know it's not good enough. I think we should be ready to go for the get go. But when our own manager is turned around and saying, "Here, you won't see the real Rangers till November," it's like, well, by that point we're going to be points and points and points behind. 1st of September, we're going to be 5 points behind. Factor in a few months later, trips to Rugby Park, Pittodrie with this pathetic Excusia team. Yeah, oh fuck, we'll be 5 points behind. Dessers is getting Alfredo tonight. Vanilla sponge pudding, apple pie crumble, walls, Arctic roll, big cereal, Dessers. Oh my desserts, he owes me. Alright, son. Dynamo Kiev 5, Rangers 1. Dessers is getting Alfredoed the night. I've already read that. You think we'll struggle tomorrow night? Yep, I think we will. Fucking yeah. I mean, if the pre-seasons are anything to go by, man, and the Hearts game, Celtic don't want to pay $6 million for Oscar either, so they'll sign Shankland for $3 million. Tell you what, man, I see if Celtic signed Lawrence Shankland, that would be the final nail in the coffin for me. Dessers hat-trick against Dynamo, I hope so. Yep, Barron was the only guy with pass marks. I would agree with that. I thought Yilmaz was all right, but when the rest of the defence is as bad as they were, it's hard to look anything good. Fuck, the Rangers rabble just come on my TV in the background. Anyway, Shankland no good enough for Celtic. Come on, Kevin. He is. Yeah, but he doesn't want anyone near Celtic. As you pointed out there, I'd rather just to make mayhem after Kiev beat Rangers, force the board to act. But see, there's just a lot of people that I don't know, they think what's going on is all right, and it's like, it's not all right, it's fucking shit. Shit. Dynamo Kiev 4, Rangers 0. Elite Sports 9,500,000, Rangers 0. It's a pretty big prediction there, fella. Dessers, I'll probably do a live later doing my predictions for the game tomorrow. A bit more team news and things like that. But I mean, this was literally just to react to the draw. I can appreciate everybody who's joined in, but I'm going to have to go soon. Dessers can only score every second game, so hopefully he can score tomorrow, but can't see us winning. Take a draw. 5-0 Kiev. I think the gaffer will be smoking cigars by October in the Maldives. Yeah, I'd struggle to disagree with that. I wish I could, but it is what it is. But this sheet of paper with the predictions on it will be getting folded up. One can only pray I at best do 10 out of 12 in terms of the league. And everyone knows why. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think that's where we're going to end it. I need to go over to Fog Football, cover the European stuff. Hearts, don't even know Hearts got in the playoff, but it should be a tasty game. That's for sure. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. 109 viewers. Appreciate it. Fog Football. There'll be vids coming soon. Stream as well. I'll probably be live later at some point. But yeah, till next time. Peace.